What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cherokee Hacks Life. First and foremost, I want to talk about Teir 1. And I've been taking Teir 1. I got 2 samples from the company. Great company overall. Great customer service. I got to give them that. And their product, honestly, primo. Both times that I took the product, I felt like I was just a beast in the gym. And this video will show you that I just went straight beast mode in the gym. It's a great product. All around, honestly, I'm definitely going to be ordering a pack for myself, or the actual canisters for myself. I'll put the link down below to their website so you guys can go check them out. Order some if you want as well. But honestly, it's a great product. It has exactly what you need in it. It has the creatine that you need, has the beta-alanine, has a nice mixture of products as well. I can't say anything better about it than honestly just go buy it. Try it for yourself. And you can actually reach out to them and just say, hey, can you guys send me a sample and just try it? It looks like they send you a 2-pack sample. It was great, man. Honestly, I went straight beast mode in the gym. Now for this one, it's going to be a little bit longer because I had a partner. And in this one, I actually had my cousin helping me out in the gym, or rather me helping him out in the gym. He needed a little help. He's been telling me for a little while, hey, you know, help me out with the gym form and stuff. I'm watching your videos, but I know that I could probably push a little bit heavy if I have a spot. I don't really have a spot and stuff. I was like, all right, cool, man. I'll help you out. One thing I will say is he's definitely bad form guy in a couple instances, and he corrects it. He does his job, and he actually corrects it and stuff. But we'll kind of go through that, and I won't make too much fun of my cousin. Nah, I'm just lying. I'm gonna make a lot of fun of him. Let's go through this video. So here's the first set, just a real warm-up thing. Just basically a push-press machine, plate loaded, really straightforward machine. Here I'm actually doing a little bit more weight than he is because 45 on each side really isn't going to do anything for me. And again, notice how you just push out, push back in, straight out, straight back in. Nothing really fancy about this one. It's a great warm-up movement because you don't have to worry about pushing too much weight at the very beginning. You don't have to worry about balancing too much. That's why I like these machines as a good warm-up. Here I'm actually correcting him. He needs to make sure he pushes out his chest, drops his shoulders. He's using too many shoulders on it, and probably a lot of you newbies are doing the same thing. You push your shoulders up too high. See how my shoulders are low and I'm pushing from my chest. He's pushing from his shoulders. He's doing this. You should be pushing from your chest. Pump it out. Here he is doing the same thing. He's pushing up because he feels like he can push more weight that way. It's not the way it works. You got to make sure that you're able to push the right amount of weight. You have to make sure you keep your shoulders level and shoulders down so you're not bringing them up. Honestly, you'll get injuries like that is basically what it boils down to. And you'll notice he does this a lot in a couple other exercises that we'll do together, and I correct them along the way, and you guys need to correct your form as well along the way. So here he is kind of pushing again. He's bringing his shoulders up. I think it's kind of just like a reaction that you do, and eventually you just don't do it anymore. Here he's doing real good. Preacher curls, nothing real fancy about this. Just straight up preacher curls. You kind of just want to control your movement. Probably should slow it down just a little bit from what he's doing there, and make sure you just concentrate all your focus on your actual biceps. And if you noticed, he had newbie gains, which is good. He's actually one of those guys that's an ectomorph. He's one of those guys that he could eat a shit ton of food and he almost gains no weight. He just kind of gains that belly fat. And right around the time that he starts hitting 28, 30, you'll start noticing that belly fat starts turning into just fat all the way around. But he's doing real good, making real gains so far. Again, notice his muscles. He's actually getting some muscle gains. He was a skinny little mofo about 2-3 months ago, and now he's actually making some decent gains, and from watching my videos, which is cool. So here he is, and again, he slowed down his form a little bit. I told him to slow down just a little bit. Now he's forced a little bit to actually push up the weight a little bit slower. Here, we're changed up his technique. Before, his bench press technique was really bad, and there's still some stuff that I need to work on with him. So notice how he's picking it up. This is kind of the Chef Buff technique that I talked about in my last video last week. And I still need to tweak that a little bit because if you arch your back too much, you'll get some lower back pains. So here he is, real straightforward, bringing it up and bringing it back down. The only problem that I see here is that he needs to activate his chest more. He needs to bump his chest out just a little bit more and make sure he activates his chest a little more. So little cuz, pay attention to that. Here's the form that I use. Same thing. Notice how my chest is extended out a little bit more. I have more arch in my upper back than I do in my lower back. He arches his lower back too much. You guys probably do the same thing. You should have an arch as well where your shoulders are actually as flat as possible on the actual bench. Next workout here is back to him, and he went a little bit heavy. I was trying to push him as much as I could to actually pick up as much weight as he could. So this one was a little bit heavier for him, and that's fine. I spotted him, and that's exactly what you need, especially if you're going a little bit heavier. Now, notice how his elbows are kind of flaring out a little bit too much. He needs to control that as well. He needs to make sure that you control the movement straight up and down. Make sure you have this kind of movement. He also does the same thing that I think most of us do, or most newbies actually do. He starts twisting his body to the side. And you'll notice on another one of the videos that he'll start twisting, and you notice he kind of does that there. He'll twist with one side and then twist with the other when he just gets to failure. It's understandable. We just got to make sure you control it. Here, I went heavy, and again, I think I tweaked my shoulder a little bit. It doesn't hurt today, thankfully, but I really do think I hurt it pretty bad because it hurt like hell that same day. So I'm going to ease off actual bench pressing workouts for a little while, just to make sure I give myself some time to heal. So I'm going to ease off the heavy weights for probably about 2 weeks, see how I feel after 2 weeks, and go from there. Here we went straight cable row, cable machines on the bicep curl. Again, notice his movement. His movement is pretty good. He needs to make sure he tightens his elbow at a little lower level and make sure he doesn't bring him all the way up here, because now you're almost at a 90-degree angle when you do it on curls. So here he failed. I wasn't paying attention. My bad, cuz. Here is the form that I like to use. Notice how my elbows stay lower than his. His elbows were coming up way too high. My elbows stay lower, and I make sure that I concentrate the movement on the bicep. So I'm actually kind of glad that I actually worked out with him, because I bet you a lot of you guys are actually doing the same thing. You're bringing your elbows up way too high. And that's probably because the weight's a little heavy. It's understandable to a certain extent. Here, I went a little bit lighter because, again, I felt my shoulder kind of just tweak a little bit, and I made sure that I kept my elbows a little bit closer to my body. I felt less discomfort from my shoulder when I was doing it this way. And real straightforward. And I'm going to show you what he kind of looks like and show you that he needs, you guys that are doing these exercises like this and you're just starting out as a newbie, you need to make sure you control your movement and control the amount of weight. If you can't handle the weight, drop it. There's nothing wrong with it. See how he tweaks his body a little bit? Shouldn't be doing that. Should be a nice level movement. Look, notice how his right shoulder is actually pushing up a little bit more than his left shoulder, and then he compensates again with the left and the right. If it's too heavy for you, drop it just a little bit. And I was actually spotting him as light as possible to try to make him force, but notice how he's twisting his body too much. You should not do that. If you can't handle the weight, drop it, or you basically just drop it and make sure you control your movement and get the proper form. Otherwise, you're gonna hurt something real bad either in your shoulder or your back or your neck or something. Don't do that. Here he's doing a basic workout here real quick, and we'll listen in on the video that I actually start recording him. And check this out.
Pick the weight up, bitch. Pick it up. There you go. Pick it up. Like it. Pussy.
Pussy. Can lift up the weight. Whatever, man. It's my cousin, so I'm gonna make fun of him as often as I possibly can. In any case, here again is proper form. I'm making sure I don't bounce my body. He was swinging his body a little bit too much. I went to failure. Here he is trying to pump me up and try to keep going. I cut this video off. I'm at like 18 right now, so it's a little bit different. And I'm doing heavier weight on a hammer curl. Here we're doing bench flies as well. And real simple and real straightforward. But the main thing is he wasn't squeezing his chest. Now he was squeezing his chest. You should be able to feel contraction in your chest when you're coming out and you're coming back in, not just basically just doing movement. You need to make sure you can contract the movement on your chest and extend it out. Notice the differences. You're doing this as opposed to doing this. It's a difference. And he needs to contract that movement, and make sure you actually do that as well when you're in the gym. Have somebody just kind of put their arm there or put their finger there, and if they feel contraction or they feel that their fingers getting squeezed together, you're doing really good.
Stop swinging your body.
Here he is again, making fun of him.
There you go, control it from the elbows.
Push more weight, man.
Now you're working out your biceps.
He was swinging his body too much. He needs to
from the elbows. There you go.
And one thing I will say about this gym that we were at, this is LA Fitness.
Good job, good form, guy.
Like
good job.
Library. Super quiet in there. It was ridiculous. I felt like I should be drinking coffee and freaking reading a book while I'm working out. It was ridiculous. It was just way too quiet. Here he is trying to record me. He messed up on the camera. He's recording it all sideways. Here I am acting stupid, trying to pick up 100 pounds. And I basically just went to failure. I just couldn't pick it up more than once. It was fucking heavy, man. I was tired. We're ending our workout on just some regular bitch flies, or bitch flies like the TMW twins call them. But just some chest flies real quick on the cable machine. This is a little lighter. I started out with the weight that he had on there. I bumped it up for him so that way he could put a little bit more resistance. And again, notice that he's shaking his body all the way around. With time, that'll get better as you gain some more resistance, or you gain some more muscle gains onto your side muscles, your minor muscles. With time, it'll just be a contraction of the movement, and he'll start getting it. Again, he's a newbie at this stuff. And another thing, see that little bottle that he has down there? That's his pre-workout. He's drinking a pre-workout while he's working out. That's stupid. Pre-workout is 30 minutes before your workout, not during your workout. It doesn't make any sense. And look at this guy. This guy's just swinging his arms all over the place, and his legs are swinging too. Completely bad form. More than likely, he's gonna fuck up his lower back at some point. This entire little section right here is just basically, I don't even know what this guy's doing over here on the side. Like side crunches things, and I don't know, picking up his shoulder shrugs. It just looks stupid. But that entire set right there toward the end was just basically us doing a quick little ab set. Did some Russian twists, did some planks, and also did some leg lifts. And that was basically just our ending set, just to kind of finish it off in the gym. And it was a great workout. But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it was a good video for you guys, and you guys actually learned something from it as well. That's the important thing. Sorry for it being a little bit longer than probably some of the other ones, but again, hopefully it was informative for you guys and you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, ask me any questions you want, subscribe to me over on Facebook, check me out on Tumblr, send me an email like most of my Tumblr people do, and again, whatever your goal is, whatever you're pushing forward to, make it happen. No bullshit, no excuses, make it happen.